Hello, everyone. Well, you are probably a little bit confused if you're watching this on YouTube. Spotify-wise, though, you're probably like, "What is he talking about?" It's the Two Pieces podcast, and we are here today to unravel a few mysteries, aren't we?
Wait, this is the perfect true crime setup. So, okay, if you are
a cat, you would raise your hand right now.
no, okay, I don't
The
know what
mystery is starting.
I don't know what
this
that
is
was.
actually, I'm organized this all to surprise
it was like a scratching at the door. Okay, if you are listening on Spotify, you have no idea what we're talking about. Things look very different right now.
After what, 12 episodes, 13 episodes?
Yeah, this is episode 14.
We had very consistent placement of us.
Yeah, and this is the first time we are certifiably in the same room. I mean, we have been in the same room every time, but this is the single shot, and we are against a wall with a spotlight on us, and it's very true crime.
Yeah, this is also always the plan. This is exactly how we wanted the podcast to look like when it was envisioned from the start. No, but how about you actually explain about what's going on?
Because it's not just the audience. I mean, you have some idea, but
yeah,
but not but you don't have all the updates.
No, I don't. I had an idea of this actually happening in between our recording sessions, and it would just be done when I come here for the next recording. But instead, I get a message saying it's pretty hectic. It's pretty hectic over here. Yeah. Also, to our viewers, you can't see everything that's going on. It actually looks quite neat. I'll say the word neat over here, but over there.
From what we can see, especially with the spotlight and everything, this is what I imagine. Like I probably should have put a hood on your head and then
wait, what?
And then brought you in here and then pulled it off. And imagine you're just looking at this. You would think that you're about to die.
Yeah, especially in the spotlight.
Because this room is a bomb. There is stuff everywhere. The couch is completely gone. I guess I should start with this. So the couch is completely gone.
I wasn't even thinking, what happened to the couch?
We're sitting on the remnants of it.
Oh. That was a big couch.
Yeah. So I've cut it down.
Wow.
I've chopped the couch up, and now it is, I guess,
kind of like a daybed sort of thing?
almost like an ottoman. This
yeah.
is not the permanent form. It is just the temporary form of it. So I guess I've mentioned it a little bit on the podcast before, but I am now in the middle of kind of redoing my whole office.
There's no going back.
No, not now. I've completely sawn apart the couch. But I'm not just trying to move my desk around and whatever. I want my office to just be a sick space to film, but also even to just hang out, just when I have friends over and everything. And so my idea for a while has been to turn it into kind of like a Japanese bar, which seems to be like a thing for me, a thing that I enjoy.
Very lately as well. It's very on brand.
And part of that, I for a long time had I'd modeled up in 3D space what I wanted it to look like. And it was pretty much going to be like desk in a corner and dartboard. And then there's this little I don't know what to call it. There's this
like
part
a high top bench?
There's this part of my office that juts out, and I wanted to kind of build a tall bar bench around it, and that was pretty much going to be it. And I couldn't, and I kept thinking about it, and I was doing
that's how much I knew.
Yeah,
that's how much I knew.
That's how much anyone knows except for Jade at this point. So I kept thinking about it, and then because for anyone who doesn't know, I'm taking these 2 weeks off. I'm off at the moment. The only work I'm doing at the moment is podcast work. We're filming this and I'm, editing the podcast and stuff. But any videos that are coming out on the channel have been scheduled in advance.
No. No. Everything's happening live. What?
And that is partly because I want to redo my office in this time. And so the first day that I had to start work on this office, I woke up that morning and I thought, it's not enough. I'm not happy with the design I came up with. And I was like, I want something with more wow factor. I want people to walk in and go, whoa.
Well, you're already there.
Yeah.
Because I'm going, whoa. Just permanently have this. You'll always get that reaction and you'll always be satisfied.
And so I came up with the idea of I am going to build a booth.
Okay.
So like a seating booth, like a dining booth. You know, at some of the izakayas, you walk in and there'll be like a hallway and there'll be the booths with like the curtains.
Yeah.
And then you can go and sit down at the table. So I'm building one of those in this corner, kind of where I'm sitting now. I guess where you're sitting too. But I guess where I am now is where the booth table will be.
Yep.
And then there'll be seating
There
in the corner
and
there and then seating here. This is going to be like one of the booth seats that goes over in that corner. And then the back booth is going to be super tall, like 2 meters tall. And it will actually, like I'll be able to like put it up on wheels so I can rotate it around and actually use the booth table as my desk throughout the week.
Okay, yeah.
And then I can kind of pack it away, like have my monitor on an arm and kind of fold it away and then bring it all around and the space will then turn into like a booth. That will still be over in the other corner. I still wanted that like bar table. There still will be a bar table, but it'll only be one side of it. And then on the other side, there'll be like a lounge chair and there's still going to be dartboard across here, which, you know, I'm just waving my hand for any audio listeners. And there's also going to be a home gym there, which the booth, when you rotate it around, actually is like a hollow box that turns around and then hides the home gym when you rotate it around.
Yeah,
so when you rotate it around, then you can't see it. And then when you turn it into booth mode, well, then you're probably in the booth and then you can't see the home gym anyway.
Wow.
So
that was something.
It's going to be a whole thing, which is why I've got so much timber everywhere because I got to build the frames for all of these things.
That was something. That was so much more than I thought it was going to be. I did not think you were going to build all that. Wow. You know what that sounded like? I think when I was a kid, like our teacher was like, we were learning about ancient Egypt. And they're like, oh yeah, if you got a pyramid, like what would you put in your pyramid? And then we just designed like this crazy dream pyramid with all our stuff. Oh, I'm going to put a PlayStation here. I'm going to build this thing, a swimming pool here. And that's what you're like, you've gone wild. And you're like, I'm going to put everything in this room.
Well,
a table, a gym, dartboard, a bar, a lounge chair. What about your computer?
A desk.
So your computer and like the work stuff.
Yep.
It'll be, if you're like moving the table around, where's the actual monitor and stuff?
So the monitor is going to be mounted to the wall on an arm that can kind of come around. And the cool thing about that is that
that would be sick if you had like the boots and it's like you're ordering from the computer, but really,
yeah, well,
you can't.
either way, it'll be like
aesthetic.
the monitor will curve over onto the wall, and so it'll be on the wall of the booth. And so if you want, like if me and Jade are just having dinner in the booth, we can put a movie on or something on the wall, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or we can, go for like full immersion and have like, some video of like a window
like
and it's like
the sushi like rolling past. Oh yeah, that was my order.
And so I guess in terms of the podcast, I'm sort of undecided. It's going to depend, I guess, when the space is actually created, we can kind of fiddle around with
figure out
the angles and see what we're thinking. But I think it would be cool if the camera is at the end shooting into the booth and we're just sitting at the booth.
On the ends of the booth, and we're just talking to each other.
Yeah.
It'd be very natural as well for us to look at each other that way.
Yeah. And we can be kind of tucked up in the corner, so we can kind of be sitting against the wall, like
like that
45-degree angle. And I think it would look kind of cool.
I think it will work. Yeah. That's cool.
And I'm going to hang all my lights from the roof.
Oh, the ones that were on the side?
Yeah, so that they don't have to be like just all over the table. I'm going to hang them from the roof. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And I, at this point, have a week and a half left to finish it.
True. You're on a bit of a time crunch, I guess.
It's not like I need to get it all done, but I need to get it to the point where I can at least keep working.
True, because when you have to start streaming again,
Yeah.
you don't want to be in
Yeah.
this.
Like this desk, this is like the third, like this monitor, this is like the third position it's been in today because it started off on the ground this morning. And then I had to like set it up in a position to check my like measurements. Then I had to finish editing the podcast today and it was in a different position. And then it's just like,
you were working today editing the podcast.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so funny. I guess you know. I mean, also the viewers and listeners, they'll know if you finish the job by basically the next podcast or the podcast after that.
Yeah. Well,
I guess,
this
the podcast
podcast
after.
will come out a week from now, which will still be about half a week before I start streaming again.
Yeah,
So it'll be a mystery for a few days.
yeah.
And then, so when you're hearing this,
You
there's
got-
only a few more days
Yeah.
until potentially, hopefully, this thing is done.
Or you're just streaming from like the most random. You've gone to a library.
Yeah.
Start streaming.
So, yeah, I just decided it wasn't enough work and I needed to make it so much more work. But I think it'll pay off. I think it'll just be so cool.
Yeah, I'm keen to see what the project looks like.
Yeah. And in theory, there'll be a few different like positions to film from. So like, yeah, we can film the
Do the
podcast
booth
just in the
thing.
one booth, but we can also do it like
At the
at the
the
bar in a way or
yeah.
the lounge. You know, be a
yeah, or
bunch
you
of
could even
different
have
options.
like where you said you move the back wall about. Then you could have one person in the booth halfway and the other person seated in some other position.
Yeah, all sorts of options.
But all, I guess, with the goal of us being in one frame.
Yeah,
For that commenter, who's
Yeah.
probably really happy right now.
yeah. Here we are.
We've done it. We have done it. We've achieved the one frame magic podcast. Watch the views go up.
Speaking of one frame,
Okay.
I felt like, I don't know about you, but it felt like a fairly big One Piece news week.
For what? I mean, I know a few things, but
Well,
like,
okay,
but
a
like, I
couple
don't think
things.
them being
Not
too
news,
massive.
not news, but like, so first of all, there was the One Piece
Oh
like,
yeah,
teaser
Mhm.
thing, which looked pretty cool. I think it looked,
Yeah. Are you happy with it?
yeah, I think it looked cool.
It's so weird for me because when I see it, I'm like, yeah, it's One Piece. Like, I just see it and like, it's very hard for me to separate out because yes, the animation's quite different and I can totally acknowledge it, but
Yeah.
it's still like so obviously One Piece. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like it looks the same. And then I have to like, especially, seeing side by side Luffy when he's like on the little dinghy boat, like, oh yeah, they made Luffy look really young compared to like what he looked like in the Toei original version.
Yeah.
So you can see what they've done. Like, oh yeah, they're trying to emphasize like what he looked like.
yeah.
And then Usopp also looks very different to the original Toei Usopp. But everything else, I was like, yeah, it's One Piece. Like it just looks like One Piece.
I don't know if it's a problem though. I mean,
No,
just-
not at all. I don't think so. It's just like it's. I think I need to get it out of my head, like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'm just like It's almost like I'm overlaying what I think it looks like normally onto this thing.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
watching it
yeah.
again.
Well, it's like when you play like a remaster of an old
Yeah.
video game, and then it's
Oh,
and then you just think it's
dude, totally. I totally know what you mean.
Yeah. You
it-
think that's how it always looks.
yeah, a while ago, like last year, I replayed. I think I told you, or maybe even said it on the podcast. I replayed all of the original trilogy of Halo, and Halo Combat Evolved, which is the first one. It's all on the Master Chief Collection, which is like a compilation of all the games. It came with a version where like you can press the select button and it swaps between the remastered graphics and the original.
Oh, right.
And like if I play on the remastered for too long, I'm like, this is what it looks. And then I
Yeah.
press select, I'm like, it's like, oh, this is what it looks like. And then I played that for a while. I was like, this looks good. And then I press it, oh, it's changed. And I'm like, oh, I'm just constantly like confused about what it actually looks like and what looks good and what doesn't.
Yeah.
What was the other One Piece news? That
The
you were
other
talking
one was another teaser for the One Piece heroines thing,
Yeah.
which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah. That was a set of, I think, I could be wrong, but I think it was about 6 novels, like side novels in the One Piece heroines like set, and it had Nami, Robin, obviously the big two, Vivi, Uta, who was like the main character sort of One Piece film Red. I think Boa Hancock, and number 6, maybe it was what? Oh, I feel bad for forgetting her name. It's the bunny, Carrot, who
Right.
you have not seen yet.
Yeah.
A bunny named Carrot.
Right.
Is her name Carrot? I hope her name is Carrot. Me being the One Piece guy, I should know. I mean, there's like 1,000 characters. It's like a character per episode or something. But yeah, so they all got like a little novel, and I think they're just adapting Nami's one and Robin's one. Hopefully
Yeah.
they do the rest. But the animation style mirrors very closely the art style on the covers of those novels.
Right.
It's very... I think it's a pretty famous Japanese mangaka or just illustrator
Yeah.
that has she's taken up the role of like just making that art style, and I guess the animation studios just like tried to mirror it.
Yeah.
I love it. It looks so different. See that it looks so different in art style that you obviously know it's a different thing.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so keen to see what they do.
It looked really cool. When I watched it, when I watched the teaser, I thought like for a second I thought it was
Fan fiction.
or like an alternative thing like set in like our world. Like it just sort of gave that vibe. Like it's more modern and more like real life. And then I was like reading about it, and they're like, no, it's like it's just set in the original canon or whatever. Something about the art style or whatever makes it seem like
it's just different, or like an alternate universe sort of thing. There was another, this is kind of recent, a One Piece special episode, I guess, that came out, and it was placed in when the Straw Hats returned to Shibuya. I think it blew up for a while, like as in like in popularity. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I just can't remember the name. It would be a lot easier if I could remember the name of this episode. I mean, it was called One Piece something. And like the director was the one that directed a few like very like substantially like important episodes in the Wano arc, and then she got this like opportunity to direct this special episode. Maybe I'll just, after the podcast, I'll try and tell you what it is. It's sad that I can't remember the name of the episode right now. Maybe the viewers would know exactly what I'm talking about, but that also had like a slightly different, I think it was Ishitani. That was the name. Megumi Ishitani.
right.
The name of the director.
Okay.
Not that it's the name of the One Piece. Letter.
I was actually gonna ask if
Letter.
that's what it was.
I got there, guys. Thank you for the energy.
Literally, the name popped in my head, but I was like, I doubt that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. One Piece.
Because I just remember Trash Taste talking about it.
Yeah, because I think Connor got spoiled on, because after that it like went to like the next episode or whatever, and it was like
Right.
to something like that.
Right.
But yeah, so I think it's called One Piece Letter. That has a slightly different art style, different enough that it's like made by someone else, but it's very much like you're not confused about being an alternate universe. It's definitely in that like Shibuya archipelago, where it's good. It's very, very good, and I don't know if it won any awards or anything, but it's definitely nominated for a few. In Crunchyroll's Anime Awards, which you shouldn't put too much credence on.
The best awards there are.
Yeah, you shouldn't put too much. Like when Solo Leveling cleans up for like everything, the only thing it deserves is like action. Other than that, I don't know.
Did you see we have a bunch of comments now for anime suggestions?
Yeah, it was surprising amount.
Yeah.
A surprising amount, and it was even before like the previous episode, which while we're recording this, the previous episode of this hasn't actually come out yet.
Yeah.
in that episode, so I mean, you would know. I think I spent a little bit of time right at the start and right at the end. I mean, both of us
Yeah.
do, asking for some comments for to recommend anime. But yeah, the comments came like, and we only talked about it right at the end, right? In that one, I
Yeah.
can't really remember, but there were a few.
Also, it was like to date our most viewed podcast in terms of
That's
the first however many, in terms of the first week
Oh yeah.
views in the first week.
Guys, we made it.
It's just
I
so
don't know if we're gonna-
clickbaiting our friendship ending, so we just have to do that every week.
Reuniting.
I'm telling you.
This reuniting after ending the friendship. And then what would you do after that?
Friendship over again. Yeah,
Taking a break from our friendship.
Just keep friendship baiting. Right?
That would be so funny.
But I don't know. Maybe it's all those. Maybe it's all those plugs that I'm doing in the videos.
Oh yeah,
maybe
true,
they're
'cause
paying
you're
off.
Also, well, speaking of what you're doing in the videos, what was your last stream about? Did you say it in your stream that this is my last stream?
Yeah,
for
I
like
did
2
in the
weeks?
stream. I didn't in the videos.
Oh
The
yeah,
video.
okay, right.
It is possible that the latest podcast episode has the most views because there's like one of my videos at the moment is doing quite well.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I would have plugged the podcast in that video. And so that
True.
probably has kind of, I don't know, maybe that's why.
Mm-mm.
Who really knows? Either way,
Yeah,
it's good.
good. I also saw a comment on Spotify
Yeah.
because I still go on to find these chapter titles, man. I love it. It's like a little like hobby of mine. And like it was just like a general comment. Oh yeah, I love the podcast. But the name of the commenter, I was having such a laugh, and I knew that you would have no idea what the comment means. Do you remember at all what it was?
I
what
think
it
I
was?
might have seen it today and I
Yeah?
didn't. I don't remember that.
I remember what it was. So it was called. Okay, I might be missaying what the words were, but it was something along the lines of "Bring back Hey Song."
yeah.
Do you know what that means?
No.
So I read it. I'm like, Luke's gonna have no idea what this person means, and they're just like, they've got that name, and they're saying to you like, "Oh yeah, I love your podcast."
Yeah.
So hey, so unless I'm so wrong, it'd be so funny how confident I am, but I'm so wrong. But I'm pretty sure that this is referring to Enhypen, which is a K-pop group.
Yeah.
They used to be. I'm sorry to the commenter. They used to be 7 members until this year. One of the guys left the group of his own volition by every means that I can see.
Yeah.
Sorry again to this commenter who might think differently. And kind of has gone solo, still under the same overall company.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
They didn't like get dropped from the group or from the company.
Yeah.
His name is Haesung, and then a lot of people that want him to stay in Enhypen are saying bring back Haesung, or Haesung is 7. Oh, not Haesung. Enhypen is 7. Like
Right.
7 members. Maybe they're 6 and they've gone under 5. I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, I'm not a engine. I think that's what they're called.
An engine.
Yeah, I think it's a cool name for the fan base. But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, this is such a weird Venn diagram of like this commenter has this like name, but has commented on your video that you would have just like, I mean, you're like this our podcast, but you would have no idea what this person means. But I mean, for your sake, I hope Haesung comes back to Enhypen. I really liked the song Stealer. It's a good song from Enhypen. And Knife. Yep. That's all I really know about Enhypen. They are in Belief Lab and they're a hype group, so by proxy, I like that. Oh, also actually they perform in Australia, which is like very rare for their company, Hype.
Right.
The hype groups generally don't come here to Australia. I think it's just because like Australia has really high like prices for just anyone touring.
Yeah.
For a while, things really sucked for like the international music scene here, where lots of big name artists would just cancel their shows. Like Childish Gambino had a big show planned here, canceled, and I'm pretty sure he canceled twice. then
Yeah, that's right.
Drake did eventually perform here, because when he was performing was when Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl show and was just like, doing that one song, Not Like
Yeah.
Us, at the Super Bowl, and Drake had no idea what was going on because he was here. I think even what was one other really, really big artist? Doesn't really matter. But in general, Australia, I guess we're really far away as well from mainland China and everywhere else. That it just sucks to get big international artists to come here. But in Hype and Game, and I think that's opening the doors for the other hype groups. Hopefully, La Seraphim also comes here one day. Although they already announced their tour and they are not coming here. Very sad. BTS is though.
Yeah.
BTS is. Are you going?
No.
No, I think there's still tickets for Melbourne, because Melbourne's the only one they announced a third show for, because
Right.
they sold out.
Yeah, interesting. We were thinking about it.
Because I remember you were talking to me about it as well.
Yeah, then we just haven't bought them.
Yeah,
But-
because that third show isn't sold out. So I think like if
Right.
anyone wants to go,
yeah.
they will go. And I don't know if it will, because I think everyone that wanted to go would have been like bought the tickets straight away.
Already bought them.
And that's why that one show sold out, or two shows. But yeah, I think also like maybe once it gets closer and the hype is building up, because it's
True,
next
yeah.
year in like Feb for us,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Melbourne, Australia. It's a while away. It's a while, and they've already started the tour. I think they're in like Madrid at the time of this recording.
It's a lot. It's a lot
Yeah.
of work.
It's
being
also
there.
really cool that they're performing at the World Cup final in the halftime show.
Oh, okay. That is cool.
That is like, I think that's great. Also, soccer, football does not have halftime shows ever. It's only because it's in
Right.
America. They're like,
okay.
we're going to put a halftime show in, and we're going to get BTS and I think Shakira
Yes, Shakira.
to do something. But yeah, well, how did we even get here?
Well,
Was there anything else in One Piece? Like you said, one or two bits of news?
no, I think that was it
Yeah.
for One Piece news. But I guess in other media news, if we're covering all the different medias, I this week have started playing the 007 game,
Oh yeah, I have it as well.
First Light. Have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
I haven't
started
finished it. I've started it. I haven't
okay.
finished it.
What do you know? What chapter or whatever you're up to?
I'm gonna say 5 or 6.
I'm up to 5.
Okay,
I've
what's
just finished
happening?
4. So like
I think I'm ahead of.
the boats, they went to the boat. The pirates.
Oh, okay. That is in Africa.
I don't know. It's some country I don't even feel like I haven't even heard of it.
Oh, is this after? It's a probably made up country, so they don't offend anyone.
Potentially.
Is this after the mansion?
Although the assassin guys were Finnish, the 2 blonde assassin guys, they're from Finland.
Okay, yep.
And it's so fun. They're like from Finland, from Tampere, Finland. I'm like, Tampere? Tampere? You think it's called Tampere?
I have something. Wait, how do you actually say it? Because I don't know. I don't think-
Tampere.
Tampere. Okay. So World Cup's happening. Obviously, so many countries.
Yeah.
This is so embarrassing, but I'll just say it, right? So I was out to dinner with my fam, and I can't remember what the game was, like who these people were facing, but trying to remember how wrong I said it, because so the country was, oh no, I can't remember how to say it correctly. Tunisia. Tunisia?
You better have your Connor moment calling it Ching Chong instead of Chong Ching.
Oh, that's crazy. When did that happen?
Like the other week.
So
and he's not living it down.
Oh,
right?
that's so bad. So Tunisia. Tunisia, I think, is the actual way of saying this country's name.
Yeah.
And I was calling it Tanzania.
Okay.
And I was like, Tanzania just faced some country and I think they lost. And my dad's like, what's Tanzania? I was like, do you mean Tunisia? I'm like, God damn. I'm like, oh my God, that's embarrassing. I was so confident.
Isn't Tanzania a place?
Well, this is Tunisia. Tunisia.
Yeah.
Tanzania might be another place with the Z.
I thought Tanzania was a place. I don't know.
It was Tasmania is definitely a place.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we both have experienced something like that, but except you just knew what was being said. But so that I think the mission you're on is the same one I'm on. I'm only halfway through.
I'm halfway through the pirate mission.
Yeah.
So
we might actually be in the exact same spot.
we might be.
A lot of stuff was happening for me, like as I was buying that game, because that game I bought a week after I got Mouse PI, which the game I got you to play for Alex, from Alex, and then after that I was playing First Light, and then I think Final Fantasy VII Remake got released for Xbox, which has been like locked behind PlayStation for the last like 3 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's the second one of that is my favorite game like the last like 5 years. So I was like, I want to relive it. So I bought that and I just started playing that. So I've just got Mouse PI and First Light just on the back burner.
I keep doing that.
Yeah.
I keep like I have a
really
game I
bad.
want to play, and then I get a new game, and then I like how many layers deep. Where I'm like, well, I got to finish this game so I can get back to this one,
and then
so
get
I can
back, to
the next
so,
one.
But I have finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I will now move back to First Light, and then I will go to Mouse PI again. How about you and Forza? How have you been going with that? I
Well,
remember
that's one of those too. Where you
What-
just keep
what are the
getting
levels?
so many levels deep.
how many levels deep away is Forza?
It's I don't know. I think for me it comes down to like if I'm playing multiple games, I got to come up with different situations in which I play them, so they're not fighting over the same time. And
Like
I have
your
these.
kids.
I have these. I don't know if you have seen them. These like X-Real glasses. They're like glasses that you plug into a device, and then it's not VR, but it's
Like a HUD.
yeah, it's like a big projection of whatever the screen is.
I think I can picture what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I play those. Like I plug that into my device to play Forza in bed, and then I put the camera in first person, so I'm in the car. And so when you're in bed playing a driving game first person with a big screen, it kind of feels like you're just playing VR. Like it feels like you're in VR because you're not moving your head.
True.
And your camera is staying still because you're in a car. And so it's actually quite immersive. And I find that to be a really fun way to play it. And I found that I'm actually better. I'm better driving in first person with the goggles on. Only when I have the goggles on. There's something about like, I think being able to see the steering wheel and see like which way the steering wheel is pointing helps me drive better.
I've always struggled with first person in driving games.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not better usually, but something about the goggles, it like puts you in VR and it just like makes you feel like you're
Full
driving.
dive, sort of online mode.
And it makes each car feel a lot more different. But however many layers deep, I also started playing a different game.
What's the game?
But I feel like it doesn't count because it's a puzzle game, and I play puzzle games at different times.
Okay, sure.
Puzzle games are like if I'm playing a puzzle game, I wasn't going to be playing a different game. It's like it's just like a different thing. So like a puzzle game, I'm just there to like scratch my brain, but I'm not going to play some story game instead.
Yeah.
They don't. That's what I mean. Where like they don't feel the same time. They're different. They're different times.
Different tiers.
I got this game called Opus Magnum.
Never heard of it.
It's I forget who makes the game, but the creator of the game is somewhat famous for making these types of puzzle games, and they're all like kind of similar, but this is supposedly the best one, which is ironic, considering the
Opus
name.
Magnum.
Yeah.
Magnum.
But it's so cool. Because I saw a YouTube video about it. There's a YouTube video that went like semi-viral about it a little while ago. And you kind of you're like an alchemist and you build these machines. It's a very just like puzzle. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like some 3D. You're not a person.
Yeah,
You're just moving bits around. And you create these machines to
Wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like arms. You got
and they're,
arms and you
just
move
trying to
like little
things to get
exactly.
something to, and then like you can see what other people did, or like you can see how many moves they.
Yeah,
did.
but
Exactly. I've heard of this. I think from a YouTube video.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
watched a YouTube video about it and I was like, this game looks fun, but I don't think I'm smart enough for it. Like, I just looked at it. I was like, I don't.
But
like,
now you're playing it
It just
anyway.
looks too hard. And so I added it to my wish list. And then the summer sale happened, is happening.
Yeah.
And it went half price. And I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a go. And it's not too
Yeah.
hard. It's like, I guess it's like as hard as you want it to be.
True. You can find like easy solutions,
Yeah.
but then to master it, that's like
I find it so fun. I feel like I'm gonna play this game forever because it's like
That's good.
It's just the right kind of like brain tickling where you can solve it. You can kind of like brute force the solve, but it won't be satisfying because you'll spend heaps of money, use heaps of area and heaps of cycles. Those are like the three
Right,
different
yeah.
things, and it'll just be a mess. And it's like it doesn't feel satisfying to solve it like that. So like something within you wants to solve it in a more elegant way.
Yeah.
And you just spend ages, and then it has like these little bits of story in between the levels too, which is supposed to just be like a fun little add-on. But I find that I actually kind of like the dialogue in the story. It's actually kind of fun and endearing. But it's just such a good game, and like I've decided I'm just sort of doing a playthrough where I just sort of solve the puzzles, using any method, and then I feel like I'm gonna go back and then try to actually
min max.
Yeah. But it's just, it's so satisfying. It's actually so good. And I would recommend it to anyone that likes puzzle games. It just looks so intimidating. Like it looks like it's going to be
I thought
hard.
it would be like quite an intensive like brain exercise.
And
when I saw it.
It is obviously still a puzzle game, but it's not as intimidating as it looks. Like it looks super intimidating, but it's not actually as hard as it looks.
Yeah.
I can highly recommend it. It's just a good puzzle game. If you like, especially like spatial, I would call it like spatial programming.
I mean, like it sounds a bit like a factory game, but not. The goal isn't what the factory game's goal is. It's just like you need to get from A to B. But this is like with factory games, you're like trying to build something that's like super super efficient. That getting all the products you want, but this is like just get to A to B.
Yeah, it's very like, I guess it is a little bit of a factory game, but it's like a level, like a level factory game.
Yeah,
where
each
each
get to the
level
next,
is its own
a
thing,
bit
and then you
harder.
start again.
Something that I wouldn't recommend: the Supergirl movie. It's like so different.
It's so funny because we were looking up movies to watch this week, and we were like, oh, what are we gonna? We wanted to go to the movies, and then we just decided that there was nothing on.
Yeah.
And Jade was like, there's the Supergirl movie. And then she looked at the review and she was like, oh, it's got like a 6.4 or something like
I don't
that.
think it's as bad as the reviews are saying. And I think it's the same thing I said about He-Man. It's not really as bad as the reviews are saying, but that's just a few like things that I don't know if they had the test audiences. That's just like, why did they put? So there's a little little girl character in it, which doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be a bad movie. But they made the little girl character like quite like headstrong and like stubborn and kind of obnoxious. And I don't know if anyone likes that. Like, does anyone like dealing with a kid that's like really like pushy and like constantly telling you, oh, I want it this way, blah blah blah. So you're like, I don't think you're meant to like the kid, but at the same time, the movie acts like you do halfway through. Like you've gotten over the like, oh yeah, you're kind of endearing. Like, oh yeah, I kind of get you. But like, I didn't feel that when the movie sort of makes a turn. Like, oh yeah, no, the kid's actually like good. It was like at the end, I was like, oh yeah, the kid's kind of actually good. But in the middle, when the movie sort of makes that turn, I was like, I'm not with you, sorry. Yeah, no, we're not feeling the same thing here. But the movie itself, like Supergirl herself, she's great. Oh, she's a Millie Alcock's an Aussie actress.
Right. Yeah.
Movie like with Supergirl, her story is fine, but there's just a few things that like don't totally make sense in the comic. I have the Woman of Tomorrow comic. In that, the side character is not a little girl. She's like a pretty grown up woman.
Yeah.
And the comedy is so much like funnier in the way that she comes across to Supergirl, because she's like speaking so formally,
Yeah.
but she's from like this backwater world where they're like using bow and arrow, and it's like
Right.
there's this weird like juxtaposition between like what you expect from her and what you don't. And I think that would be so funny in the movie version if like there's like this sort of like very sort of pompous but still kind. She's like very kind in the comic. She's not kind in this movie. She's
Right.
very like stubborn. But when I was rereading the comic after watching the movie, I was like, oh man, like why didn't they just like have this chick? It would have been so. Or even if they did, because in the comic as well, it's like that character is the one that's telling the story. Oh, this is the time I met Supergirl, and she's like
Right.
way older. She's telling the story, and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
younger. So they could have even done that in the movie of having a voiceover of like this kind of pompous,
Yeah.
sort of
yeah,
like
yeah.
uppity talking character, and then the kid just not being really stubborn, just sort of being a kid. And then I don't know. The movie could have been great. I hope they don't derail the DC Comics like film plan, because this movie is getting bad reviews.
Do you think just I don't know if this is just my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
but do you think at this point the majority of superhero movie watchers are like
Unks.
no I was gonna say like dedicated superhero fans.
Because
Because-
not like film fans.
There was, I would say, like up until
Infinity War and Endgame.
Endgame, yeah, up until Endgame, I feel like the general population was behind
Loved it. Yeah.
superheroes, and then Endgame happened, and everyone went, "Okay, it's done."
But that does sort of coincide with when COVID happened, because after Endgame, I think COVID happened and then movies died in general. So then like everything sort of like tried to start up again, and movies really haven't had like that phenomenal
Yeah.
peak, other than maybe Oppenheimer and Barbie at the same time, when Barbenheimer was
Yeah.
like a meme. That was like a really, really big moment in like the movie zeitgeist. But in general, I don't remember so much hype for any movie. Oh, maybe Dune. When
Yeah.
was the first Dune was after COVID. So yeah. So maybe Dune and Dune 2 had that hype. Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
Barbie, what else has come out?
Well,
I don't know. I don't think, yeah.
I suppose then, like, I guess people still like, you know, The Boys and Invincible. And
Yeah.
there's still superhero stuff going around.
There hasn't, I mean, from my memory, a superhero film since Endgame, the biggest one's probably the Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, the Spider-Man movies. So-
But then Spider-Man's always popular.
Yeah, but my thinking is like, I wonder if
Batman, no, that was pre-COVID. Wait, no, that was after COVID
yeah, I don't know.
with Pattinson.
Pattinson, I haven't seen it just because it's so long.
Oh, it's really good though. It's really, really good.
I would like to watch it.
Yeah,
It's-
watch it.
The good thing about the Batman movies, I appreciate the Batman movies because they've always just been like, just watch the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Marvel is always just like, well, this is one piece of a way
Yeah.
bigger pie.
One
Whereas,
piece.
whereas Batman's like, it's just the Batman movie.
Yeah, it's oh man, Pattinson makes the best homeless man Batman. I just love. I'm so keen for this next one. It's been such a massive gap since that Batman
Yeah.
and whatever the next one is. I think it's maybe next year,
Right.
but I think Batman, like Pattinson was 2021. So
Huh.
that's a huge gap of Matt Reeves's Batman.
But either way, I just feel like, so I wonder if Endgame kind of did like a suffering from success kind of moment where they're like, they built this up to be the ultimate finale and everyone took it as that.
It did sort of close the arc
Yeah.
or the loop, and it was like pretty satisfactory, like for
Yeah.
most people's character arcs.
I haven't watched I don't know if this is true. I feel like I haven't watched a single Marvel movie since other than Spider-Man.
Other than Spider-Man, what else has come out? We had the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Definitely haven't watched that.
Fantastic Four, which is recent.
Didn't watch that.
So not even outside of Marvel, or you've just not watched any Marvel other than Spider-Man. I can't think of that many. That's how bad it's been.
Yeah. But that's what I mean, where it's like, but then there's still
the
so many.
Marvels, which was, I mean, not many people
No.
watched that with Captain Marvel's second movie.
Maybe it was weird because like up until Endgame, they had like a chokehold on everyone, and everyone felt like they had to go and watch every single Marvel movie. And I think I did. I think I watched all of them up until Endgame, and then it was just like it's over.
Quantumania. No one watched that. That was a bad movie. A lot of them have been bad movies. That's the problem. There haven't been too many good ones. Eternals.
No.
That might have been pre. No, that was after.
Yeah.
What was Simu Liu's movie? Legend of the Ten Rings.
Was there another Taika?
Shang-Chi.
Was there another Taika? Is it Taika?
Oh yeah.
Waititi?
Oh,
Is there another one?
Love and Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder. That was
Yeah.
That should have been so good. They had, I can't remember what his name is, the guy that plays Batman in the trilogy.
Right.
You know who I'm talking about though, right? Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy, the actor. Oh no, Bateman is. I'm thinking of Bateman from American Psycho. But why is his name not coming into my head?
The picture of him in my in my head.
You know who I'm talking about, so
Yeah.
it's fine because you know who I'm talking about. It's fine. He was the God Butcher, who is like the main villain in that movie, and also in a very, very good Thor comic. And Taika played the film as a comedy.
I thought it was so funny though.
It had comedy, but it didn't fit. It just didn't fit that film. It just did not fit that film.
The film, or like, because I didn't have expectations of it.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe because you didn't have expectations.
And I have always liked Taika's humor.
Yeah.
Because I just love Kiwi humor.
Mm.
I find it so funny. And I remember like laughing out loud at that movie, finding it quite funny.
I found it so funny as well, but I think if he just cut the humor like after about 30 minutes and it started to get like, oh, you know what? I have to like, Tony to be like, I can't just be making jokes about my hammer right now. I like, this guy's killing like millions of people. Millions of people by killing the god and the planet. Like, I can't remember because I only watched the movie once. I think Gore, the God Butcher, kills the gods on like a certain planet, and then the planet just falls apart. So he's just going around like just basically destroying planets over and over and over, just destroying pantheons because he hates gods. I can't remember exactly, but then like after Thor figures that out and he doesn't have this problem with Natalie Portman becoming Thor as well, he should have been like, all right, let's stop the jokes. And like the humor with like him going to the Council of Gods with Zeus and stuff, and like he goes naked, like, oh yeah, he's so attractive. Like, yeah, this is probably not the time, bro. Bro, there's people that need help.
But so
you have watched that. So that's the other film.
I was asking, did you do more than one?
More than what? More than one.
Did Taika do more than one?
Taika did two. He did Ragnarok, but that was before.
Okay.
That was before.
Well, I haven't seen the new one. I was talking about
Love and
Ragnarok.
Thunder. Well, maybe you should watch. You probably had no idea what I was talking about. With like, oh
I don't know, but it was all so long ago anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a Taika Waititi movie that you could watch now. Thor: Love and Thunder.
But yeah, so this was my question. Do you think these days the audience for these superhero movies are just superhero fans, or like maybe even comic fans?
Well, I'll definitely say that you're right about before. With Endgame is like everyone sort of, I mean, you don't get one of the most profitable movies of all time without it being general populace. Now I'm going to say 80% is superhero comic book fans, or like people that grew up on comics. And then the other 20 are people that just like films and still believe in the idea that superhero films are like popular and good, because they're still coming out, because like there's still good ones coming out. The Superman film from last year, I think it was last year, that's a good film. That's a good superhero film. Such a nice change to superhero films of like to be about like hope and sincerity, which is what Fantastic Four should have been. Very sad.
I think
was so
what
good, though.
happened with another thing that happened with the superhero movies is that they just became the default. Like they became the isekai.
Yeah, I mean, like just pop coming out.
Yeah.
Coming out, like,
And so it's like you just
like
assume
flooding.
that it's probably not anything amazing. It's
Yeah.
just like something to watch.
Like, yeah, how often are you gonna come across like some kind of gem?
Yeah.
I mean, there are some great superhero films in the Marvel. I think there were about 20 films before Endgame came out. Not entirely sure. I think it's around 20, like the full count. Some of the Captain America films are great, like Winter Soldier and Civil War. That's a really fun time.
My favorite was always the Iron Man.
Yeah,
movies.
Iron Man 1 was so good. I enjoyed 2 and 3. What else? I liked Ragnarok a lot. Ragnarok's one of the better ones.
Well, that was the one that I was talking about.
So I can't like it. You've already taken it. And the first Avengers is like pretty iconic as well. Endgame and Infinity War are both really, really, really good.
It was
such
fun,
a time,
and then
man.
yeah,
It was such a time.
It was
like,
a time.
Also, like the internet back then, like everyone was so like kind of together. Like, yeah, we're all waiting for what the next Avengers movie is gonna be. Like, we all know what. And then like, if someone doesn't like it, they're actually like really vocal about. I hate Marvel.
Yeah,
I hate superhero films. It's like PewDiePie. He was always like really against. He was always really against Marvel movies. I don't know why, but I guess he just didn't like it.
I also, one thing I've been thinking about recently is the whatever's going on with Star Wars at the moment.
A lot. And also at the same time,
So
not
much.
much.
Yeah.
At the same time, nothing at all.
But it's so much, and I've thought for a long time now, because it's so weird, because I guess Star Wars fans were starved of content for so long,
And then they got a lot, and then they got too
now
much.
it's a flood,
Yeah.
an absolute flood. But I was always quite positive about the movie sequels when I guess a lot of people didn't like them, and I remember making this tweet a while back, which I still stand by, because there was 3 movie sequels or something like that.
Oh, just from the main line?
No,
Not
as in
the
like
side story ones?
Yeah.
So like not Rogue One, not the Han Solo one. And
No.
Was there another one?
But there was.
I mean, there's Mandalorian.
I just mean
Grogu
there was
now.
like a 789, wasn't there?
Yeah. That definitely was. Yeah,
Yeah.
79.
And I remember saying that, like, I it's a little bit more nuanced than this, but I remember saying that if you are a Star Wars fan that doesn't like 6 out of the 9 main movies, then maybe you're not a Star Wars fan.
That's a big call.
Or the nuance is more that, like, I guess you're not a fan of the franchise. You're a fan
For the main line.
of 3 movies.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like the from the original Star Wars, like episode 4, 5, 6, and you watch them, and that is all you like from the very start, and the prequels and the sequels, you hated them from the start, and you're just like, I'm still a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I mean, people can say
what I'm
whatever
saying,
they
'cause
want, though. I guess.
There's so many people that are so vocal about that. Now it's like, I guess the waters are a bit more muddy now, because now it's like, well, yeah, what is a Star Wars fan then? Because how much of the Star Wars slop do you need to enjoy?
There's so much. So like, I used to consider myself like quite a big Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
Obviously watched all of the mainline movies, and I've read a bunch of the novels as well. Like my favorite novel series from Star Wars, and I've reread this novel series a couple of times, is the Darth Bane novel series. I don't know if you've heard of him. It's if you have an itch ever to just read like a Star Wars novel, this is like from the old Republic.
Right.
So like 1,000 odd years before what's happening with the prequels. It's the guy that made it's the Sith Lord that made it so that Sith Lords were just 2 at a time.
Yeah, okay.
Like the rule of 2 was made by Darth Bane. Before them, they were just like the Jedi, like thousands of them, and there were just wars and stuff. And this guy's like, you know what? It makes a lot more sense to just focus in all of the dark side energy on just two guys, or maybe just one guy, and then a second person that just hates that one guy and then kills that guy to get all the dark force, and then gets their own apprentice. So that was like what Darth Bane was kind of like building up to. It's great. It's like really I would recommend it also as a audiobook.
Oh yeah.
It's got like very mainly just the rain sound effects it's got. He's always on a rainy planet, like just constantly. So it's just like all the time, and he's just dealing with it. It's good. I'd recommend that. So yeah, love Star Wars as a kid. Watch the movies, obviously, and then the Renaissance happens with Force Awakens.
Yeah,
Episode 7. I'm all of a sudden like right back in there because there was obviously a big gap of like not much Star Wars. So just reading a book here and there, reading a comic here and there. Renaissance happens, and then the Star Wars shows start coming out. And some of these shows did not need to exist. The Mandalorian, brilliant. Man, absolutely great show. I didn't watch the latest season 4.
I only watched season 1.
Season 1 is so good. Season 2 is really, really good as well. Then from that, the Boba Fett show, bro, what? Like, he did not need, he was great in The Mandalorian as a cameo, but he did not need to be having his own show. Then Rogue One was a good film. Han Solo was like, I don't know.
I enjoyed Han Solo.
I think it was an okay film, but on its own. But it was like, did we need it sort of thing? I think was what my feeling was.
I remember at the time, actually, I always just have these backwards opinions on just everything. I actually remember at the time, I'm realizing what I'm about to say. I remember at the time saying, I actually think it's like my favorite Star Wars movie. And I knew that it was like such an unpopular opinion, and most people did not like the actor and the character, like the portrayal of Han Solo. But I just thought it was so much fun.
Remember how he got his name in that film?
Yeah, well, that was silly, but like that doesn't ruin a movie.
It just makes it a bit like, I mean, come on. That's your favorite film.
I just think when it comes down to like, we've had this discussion before. I think there's different things. You can like grade a movie differently to your enjoyment. And when it comes down to like, I just think it just comes down to whether I had fun with the movie.
Yeah, I mean, that's really subjective. So like sometimes people, I mean, you like Game of Thrones. So like, you like the Indian Game of Thrones, and I didn't. And I'm with most people.
It's not that I liked it. I just didn't really have a problem with it.
It's like, it was your favorite thing. And you wish every ending was like that. Okay, anyways, moving on. Okay, so live on the podcast, which even though this is recorded and edited and then put out, rank the 9 Star Wars movies.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched them recently enough.
I haven't watched them in a while. How about we go like 9 to 1, as in like rank your 9th or like your least favorite to the number 1, and we go back and forth. Just off memory, because I haven't seen them either in like years.
I wouldn't.
What's your least favorite Star Wars from the mainline 9 movies?
It's been so long that it's hard to. I don't even remember.
Maybe cloud them. You can cloud your least favorite in like a group of 3. Because it's probably the one that you remember the least. It's probably not very good. Because you can't remember it at all.
Well, like,
I know what my least favorite is.
I don't even remember what happens in like episode 6, in like the last one.
Oh, from Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, it was in like...
Luke defeats the Emperor. That's what ends. And Darth Vader goes, thank you. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Damn, you don't remember.
I don't remember because I think I would have.
You have said that you do forget these things.
I do forget these things, and that's why I've been like tanking it. I've been storing it up because then at some point I can go through and watch them all again for the first time.
It sounds like you can already watch them all.
Yeah, so just one of those things. I convinced Jade at some point. We got to watch.
Has she ever watched Star Wars?
Probably, but maybe not all of them. I think I would have watched them with her maybe when we first started dating. So it would have been maybe like...
Yeah, a long ass time ago.
15
years ago.
Yeah, something like that. Which is long enough to forget them. I remember as a kid, I really liked episode 3.
That's very high up for me. And it's kind of like so like telling of our age.
Yeah.
Because like that
Yeah.
came out when we were kids and like it was the most action packed of the prequels.
Yeah.
And such a cool like theme and it's edgy
Yeah.
and he gets the younglings and it's just
I definitely remember the most of that, probably because I've watched it the most. Because I think that
I
as a
watched
teenager,
it.
I
It was
would
on
just
TV a
watch
lot.
it.
It was on TV a lot for me.
But I also remember watching it in the theaters. I saw it in Finland. But I don't remember seeing the other one. Oh, obviously, I remember seeing the new ones in the theaters.
Yeah, but at the same time, with Revenge of the Sith being so hype and like seeing it a lot on TV, the movie right before that, Attack of the Clones, I really did not like, and it was on TV just as much because like they came out reasonably in the same time frame. I could not like stand the clone fights and the sand, and I am just like Anakin anyway.
You don't like the sand.
And like there was just like this whole bit where Obi-Wan goes to investigate where the clones are like coming from, and like he goes like this like rainy little lab. I just hated that lab so much, and just but I will hide all my rankings until you eventually do a Star Wars marathon, and then maybe we can have a Star Wars episode.
I'm actually doing, at the moment, Jade and I are doing we're watching the Bond movies.
Ooh, like
As
like
in
the legit
no,
ones?
the Daniel Craig.
Oh, okay. I was
the
like,
Daniel Craig movies.
there's like 20 plus of them. There's a lot.
Yeah, so we started with Casino Royale.
Yeah.
We're having our because Jade's on school holidays. She's not a child, she's a teacher. Yeah, we've been together for 15 years. She's on school holidays. Wait.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're having our Bond holidays. We're watching the movies and obviously playing First Light.
Bond time of your life.
Yeah, very Bond time of life.
I actually never watched No Time to Die.
I haven't either.
Yeah, and I don't remember what happens in the old ones. I watched them when they came out. That was it. So maybe I should do it as well.
Casino Royale is such an old movie and you don't realize it.
Really?
It came out like 2006.
Wow.
It's really old. They even do like slow fades between scenes and like...
That's wild. 2006.
Yeah.
So he's been the Bond for the majority of our life because there's still no new Bond at the time of recording this.
Yeah.
I think they're going to announce it reasonably soon, but like...
Isn't it that guy with the ears?
Oh, yeah. I will agree, probably. It's the guy with the ears. Oh, wow. To me, it's like still like a recent thing that Daniel Craig got announced as Bond. Because I grew up rewatching a lot of Pierce Brosnan's Bond movies.
Right.
Like, I can't remember what, Die Another Day and that stuff. Whatever his movies were. But yeah, I grew up with those ones a lot. They're just on TV a lot. So to me, Daniel Craig is like the new Bond.
Yeah. And it's so weird because I always thought that too. And I thought I remembered Casino Royale coming out and everything. And I guess I was old enough to remember, but I thought I was older than that when it came out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, so I was over 10. Like, that's weird.
And when you watch it, you can tell there's like this. It's so funny because he's like a spy. And so he's supposed to have all these gadgets and everything. And then there'll be like these scenes where he's driving in his car and he pulls out his Sony Ericsson and it's got like GPS on it.
Yeah.
And he can see where he is live. And so he's driving, he's checking his phone to like check the map. And it's really
they
cool.
always had that like, they always had that sponsorship with Sony Ericsson.
Yeah.
And also with like No Time to Die, because I know I watched it, but I remember there was so many problems with that movie being delayed. And they had these like deals with watch companies and cars and phones that like had to have the newest like version of it in that film, but because the movie kept getting delayed and the new versions of the things are coming out, they like do reshoots with like those exact things.
It makes sense because it is a big deal. Products that are the Bond products genuinely
like the Aston Martin DB8 is like iconic, I think, for the Bond being one of the main reasons.
It's like
the watch as well.
Yeah, well, I was about to say it's like watches that go to space.
Yeah.
Like any watch that has been to space is like, it's a big deal. And then it's like, you know, Bond cars, but you know, Bond watches and whatever. It's like, it actually matters.
Yeah.
And it must be a huge portion of like how they make
Yeah,
money.
and like the producing fees and well. Speaking of Bond gadgets, the Sony Ericsson. Have you ever owned one?
A Sony Ericsson. Oh, I think I owned a Sony Ericsson as like almost like a toy because I think it was a real Sony Ericsson, but it was locked to a different like SIM
Oh yeah.
thing, and so I like played with. No, that's what it was. My brother had a Sony Ericsson. That was my brother's.
Right.
So that's why in my head I'm like, it was my toy.
That's
It was my brother's first phone was a Sony Ericsson.
yeah.
Not very Finnish of him. Mine was a Nokia. You know, I was a real Finn.
Is Nokia finished?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just remember like 3 phones I had when I was a kid, as in different ones. I had a Nokia. It was like one of those brick ones,
Yeah.
like a classic. I don't think it was the meme one, but it was
Yeah.
very, very close to it. Maybe it's the one like right after. I had a Sony Ericsson. I just very much remember the logo being like this little shiny little blue, white.
Little Orby thing.
Yeah. And then I had a Motorola as well, which was my first
the
flip.
Razor.
No, it wasn't a Razor. It was a flip with a camera on it. It was my first camera phone that it's really hard. Maybe the viewers can see what I'm trying to do. So you flip it, and in the middle, there's like a rollable camera that you can either do to take a selfie or you roll it out to take a photo of like something outside, which I thought revolutionary. A single camera and just turn it. Like, where are the wires? I don't even know how it works. I could not figure it out. It was amazing. It was like magical to me.
My first camera phone was also a Nokia, but it was a hand-me-down from my older sister. And it had this cool feature where, like phones used to have such cool features.
Yeah.
It had this cool feature where you could take the case off and then stamp as like a cutout of any like, I don't know, magazine or whatever, like photos. And then it would become the
back of it.
Yeah, and the front.
Oh, okay.
Like underneath the plastic. And so you could kind of essentially make your own like skin for it that goes
That's
underneath
so
the plastic.
neat.
Just from any photos or magazines or whatever.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Phones used to be so cool.
Speaking of phones and
I bought a
them
new one.
being oh yeah, you did mention there's a few.
Bought a new one yesterday.
Ooh, have you been? I mean, you've had a lot going on though. Have you had any time to use the phone?
I had to buy it online, so it hasn't arrived.
Dude, you like blue balled me. You set me up there. But yeah, with old phones, nowadays there's something that we miss, I think, from how great it was to have a phone back then when we were kids. This is such unk talk, but when we were kids, everyone pretty much had the same games. Even though they were completely different phones, everyone had Snake.
Obviously,
everyone had Snake, which might be one of the greatest games ever on a phone ever. But now we have like so many, like too many games that you could say, "Oh, my favorite game is this," and they wouldn't have never heard of it or even thought of the idea. But back then, like Snake, what did you get to? 162. That's wicked. You got 162 on Snake.
My sister was cracked at it. She would like regularly
and the Snake. Yeah. Damn. That's I've never done that. That's how impressive it was, dude. Like snake finishes, Snake Ouroboroses, crazy.
Did you ever play the Nokia game, the one that was on like the color screen phones, and you were like a red ball, and it was like a
platform? Oh wow, that has totally escaped my.
And you'd go through the like little hoops.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, I have not thought about that game in so long. That's
remember getting my first phone, and I was really upset I couldn't get a color screen one because I wanted to play that red ball game.
That's wild. Oh my gosh. Now I'm trying to remember these other games I had. So on my Nokia C63, which was like I think the first phone I bought after I moved here. I didn't buy it, my parents got it for me. And I got it because it looked the most like a BlackBerry, even though it's a Nokia. Yeah. It was like one of those ones where there's a full keypad. Oh, I know the
one. Wait, did you say it was E63?
C63.
C63.
It was like a full keypad, and you just type away. That one had this game where there's lots of iOS games like this now, or like Android, Google Play Store games like this, where you're like a jet and you're flying from left to right,
Ah,
but you're just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
on the edge. You can
Yeah,
move forward
yeah.
if you want, but it doesn't tactically make sense for the meta. Where you're just shooting like missiles
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bombs and stuff to aliens that are coming from the right. It's like Space Invaders, but from left to right, and then you eventually get to like a boss that's just like this kind of like tentacle monster or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I think that was on most Nokias at least.
Do you remember when the original iPhone first came
Mhm.
out? 'Cause
iPhone or like iPod?
the iPhone,
Okay.
because the iPhone 2G came out before the iPod Touch.
Oh, okay.
It didn't come out in Australia. It only came out in the US.
Mm.
And I remember my brother imported one, and it was the coolest thing on planet Earth. And they had like these few games that came out with it that I feel like have been just lost to time. But one of them was like an official Crash Bandicoot racing game. And I feel like it's gone. I feel like there's like official Crash Bandicoot games. I think there was one or two others too that were like officially licensed proper games that came out. And I remember them just being like, it was such a big deal. It was like,
They were like pre-installed.
no, you would buy them on the App Store.
Yeah,
But
like iTunes.
They
store.
but they were like real games. And I remember at the time being like, oh, this is like a big deal. You're going to be able to play like real games.
Mm,
And I feel like it's taken so long for real games to actually become a thing.
yeah.
Whereas like now people play like
Yeah,
Genshin and whatever.
You can,
But
you can get a lot like Fortnite and stuff like that.
yeah, but I also feel like, I mean, this is probably such an unk take, but I feel like there's just like,
There's a lot of unk takes on this podcast.
I just feel like there's been just a major slopification of games in general.
On mobile?
Well-
Or like you mean like console and PC as well?
Well, mobile's a big one. I guess mobile because there's just so much money in mobile
Yeah.
that it's too tempting, like they to slopify it.
Yeah.
But also, I guess that's where most of the kids are. They're on their like phones and
Yeah.
tablets.
It's easy to like get someone to pay for something on the phone compared to
Yeah.
or the tablet compared to like console or PC where you kind of have to step through a couple extra steps. But
can't-
with a single slide, you're just paying for, or like double click on the side with your face, bang, you paid for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
think
can't
about it.
believe the popularity of shooters on phones. I cannot wrap my head
I
around.
can't imagine playing one, so it's hard for me to even think about it.
I
On a phone?
have, they're
Yeah.
so popular. Like, you know, PUBG and whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean I
Yeah,
know
play on
Fortnite
and
was
Fortnite.
like for a while really really popular, but then there was that whole like ban thing about Epic fighting with Apple about monetizing it and stuff like that. But I think it's back again.
It's I can't wrap my head around it. I mean, I've always been of the opinion that if you're gonna play a shooter, I feel like
Do it the traditional way.
mouse is the only way.
Oh,
I
okay,
already
okay.
feel like controllers make no sense for shooters. But then to take it to the next level of
Yeah, having
like a
that,
controller,
weird
but it's on a-
targeting thing. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on like a little
It's real. It's not. It's
I can't believe I just can't get over the popularity of it. Like I don't understand. It's just not the type of game that I feel like works.
There's
on
like
a-
there's form factors that work with certain types of games, and there's form factors that should not be touched.
I don't understand Roblox. Well, on my unk takes
Yeah.
and the things that I don't understand that the kids do, I don't get Roblox. I don't understand it. I guess like obviously we're a little bit too old.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it came out in like 2006 or something like that. But it only
Oh yeah, it's been around for ages, but like this
But it only took
blow
off-
up, the blow up of how much money it's making is in the last couple of years,
yeah.
and they are making so much money, and also somehow doing a lot of things that should be illegal.
yeah.
so much illegal stuff that this company should not exist.
When I think about, I mean, this is probably like some bigger thing in general. Like it's not just games. I feel like it's kind of just everything. I feel like I just get sad when I think back to when times were simpler.
The Unk takes continue. We
honestly-
should have a counter like at the bottom of the screen and just how many times do Luke and Siobhan, or maybe separate counters, so, like the amount of times that we referred to the past being better.
No, but honestly, like, you know, it's always been a take where like things were made better back in my day. But I just feel like games is just such a perfect example where it's like if you wanted back in the day, if you wanted to sell a game, you had to make a good game. That was the task. And now it's like it's
Just
not really
make a game and then bang, it's out, and then someone's paying for it, buying it.
It's just about like it's not even about the game. It's just how can you create the vehicle for people to spend the most amount of money they
Yeah.
possibly can, no matter what it is.
I mean, this is a huge this has become a problem with games in general, mainly the money problem, where games now take so long to come out for like the AAA ones because it costs so much money to make them. And then they come out and then they don't do well. The company just goes bankrupt because all the money's gone.
Yeah.
And then like there's other problems that I really hate the idea now, not the idea, the fact now that GTA 6 is coming out and there's like no physical like version of it, which makes me really sad because like it's taking away that like ability to just give someone a game. Like I've played so many great games that people have let me borrow, and games have become my favorite game of the year based on someone giving me like a few years ago, like way ages ago, like 10 odd years ago. It's kind of annoying me. Titanfall 2. Alex gave me his copy of Titanfall 2 on Xbox 360. Or maybe it was Xbox One, I can't remember. And that is a brilliant shooter. Like such cool mechanics that they've put into that game. But I never would have played it unless like he was like, oh, you don't want to borrow it. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Now what do you even do if you want to borrow a gift? I don't know if there's a mechanic. And that Unk take I will stand by.
Yeah, well, being able to lend games is a big one. This is like I'm only saying this just because I want to know. Have you ever played Sleeping Dogs?
I know what the game is, but no, I haven't played it.
I can highly.
They were trying to make a movie.
Yeah, I know. They've been talking about it for so long.
I don't think it's because a trailer came out or something. Or no,
I don't know. There's just all sorts of. They're always talking about it.
I think Simu Liu is attached to the project.
But Sleeping Dogs is amazing. It's so good. It's just like the gameplay is essentially Grand Theft Auto in I think it's Hong Kong. But it's so much fun, but the story is so good as well.
I've heard really good things about it.
Yeah, the story is
that's probably why they want to make a movie.
Really good. And it's one of these games that like you can pick up for like literally $2. Like you can get it so cheap now because it's just this old game.
Yeah, it's pretty old now.
Trying to get any sales they can on it. But I can highly recommend Sleeping Dogs, even if just for the story alone. Like you can just put it on like
low
easiest
difficulty
and
that's cool. I mean, I've heard really good. There was another game that was like a GTA-ish game back in the day, and I think it was called True Crime. I think it was called True Crime, where it's pretty much like we have GT at home. Like it was, you run around, you'd like take cars from people, but instead of being like a crook, you're a cop. It's like you're a cop, you're a detective, and then if you do too many crimes, you get demoted to cop, like to like the beat cop, and then I think if you do more crimes than that, then you get done. But yeah, that was Sleeping Dogs. I always thought was like just like that. Like, oh, it's just the Asian version of True Crime, which is just another version of GTA.
Well, Sleeping Dogs, it's like you're going in undercover into the triads, and man, any just gang affiliation stories.
You love that.
I'm just
love that. Tokyo Revenge is sort of character type of guy. I couldn't really do Tokyo Revenges. I just
really even the first like half.
The first half. I don't. He's just
They
too
didn't- they-
wimpy.
They didn't land the plane with Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
He was just so whiny and weak
Takemichi.
and not as cool as any of the other delinquents. And also, every time there's another delinquent gang thing that maybe you should watch. What's it called? It's quite recent. It's very recent. I guess I had to tell you after the podcast because I need to Google it. It's like very much fighting focused. I guess a lot like Tokyo Revengers. And it's about a school though. Like Tokyo Revengers, they're not in school. They're kind of just like proper gangs.
Yeah.
This one's like
Is it Korean?
no,
Because like every.
I'm pretty sure it's an anime, like Japanese one. It's annoying me that I can't remember. But yeah, so Tokyo Revengers, I thought because I didn't read the manga at all. I just watched the anime, the first season, and I went, this is such a cool concept. He's like going back in time, save this girl that he used to love. And then it starts and he's just such a wimp. And he's just like, no.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. There's a bit of character progression.
He doesn't progress much. He just doesn't progress enough at all to me. And this whole thing is like, no, you have to change. You have to do this. You have to be better. And then like, nah, Takemichi. I'm just gonna go Mikey Kun, and he's just gonna beat everyone and win everything. And then it's just.
I think most people weren't happy with the ending of that, and that's one I agree with.
Oh wow!
I think it was.
Yeah, I also heard a lot of Was this the anime that went, or the manga that went, this is our Tokyo Revengers? Or was that just a meme that blew up? Like someone just made it up? Like, I know, because after that Tokyo Revengers thing, and this might have been made up, everyone started like copying it and like making a meme of like, oh, this is our Naruto, or like, this always was our One Piece. Like, something like
have you read any? I think it's just called Out.
Never heard of it. What's it about?
Another delinquent one, and it is really good. It's a lot more gritty. And if you don't like a wimpy character, this guy's not a wimpy character. He's one of the like headstrong kind of guys, like actual delinquent character. And it's so well done, and it's quite like a. It's one that's a bit more mature, but it's not Sunken Rock. It's more mature and just its grit. It's not like it doesn't get weird with it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
And it's
getting weird with is definitely what you'd call Sunken Rock, I guess.
It's really good. I think you would really like it too, because the fighting and the action in it is also really good, and the art. It's actually probably what I should have recommended instead of Sunken Rock.
I think if you're going into a delinquent manga, I think the goal is you want to see some good fights and some like a bit of teen angst that's feeling the fights, and like then the gang family-ness that I guess you can get.
Yeah, that's the part that I like. I like the gang family-ness. And the biggest criticism that people always had of Tokyo Revengers is like, these aren't kids. And my thing is always, again, where it's like, all right, on paper, yeah, you cut it score down because of that. But then I just go, okay, well, who cares? All right, they're not kids. Like, I don't know. I just don't think about it.
It's the same thing with this anime that I'm forgetting to I think it's called Windbreaker. That's what it's called, Windbreaker. That one, they're school kids. There's just nothing to do. It's like they're in school as well. There's never a single scene where they're like learning or teaching anything. And then they're constantly just going out and like patrolling the streets to keep the streets safe. I don't know, but that's not my problem with Windbreaker. I don't have nearly as many problems with Windbreaker as I do with Tokyo Revengers. Speaking of anime, was there anything to talk about with what we watched this week?
I am going to say no, because I realized literally as we were recording, I don't know, at some moment earlier on, I went like this because I realized that I was supposed to watch my episodes today.
Oh, really? You've been busy. And I had to bring it up.
But next week is week 12, right? Anyway?
Yeah, we would have watched week 11, episode 11 of all the shows
this week.
By today.
Yeah, and so technically next week would be the final.
Anyway. But Yeah, I mean, unless you have 13 episodes. I think one of mine has 13.
Yeah, I think one.
I think Marriage Toxin for me has 13. But like, you haven't watched yours. No biggie. I'm sure they're all good because they're all good right now for you. I'm dropping Snowball Earth.
Really?
Yeah. It's not making, so it's got 13 episodes as well. It's not getting 13 episodes. I'm not watching 12. I'm not the reason being, he's kind of beaten the final villain type of guy. Like not the final villain. He's beaten the main antagonist of the season. And the second half of that episode is them kind of setting up for the next villain. Not the final villain, but the next villain. And I'm like, after this challenge, I'm not watching this. And like, so I'm like, do I really want to just like have homework to watch these 2 episodes that are going to come out to set up
the next
season if it comes out at all, and then to eventually get to the final villain, which is the ice kaiju. No, I don't care. I just don't. I'm sorry. Like, I am kind of pleased with some of the things I saw in it. I liked some of the CG animation that they were doing. It's the same studio that is, I think, the same studio that's doing Akane. I could be wrong though.
Okay.
Studio Kai. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. I may have just made that up. Who knows? I may have just made that up. But yeah, so I'm now down to 4 as well, just like you. I think you're on 4.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything with Witch Hat and Damon's. There's a very, very, very beautifully animated 3-second scene in Witch Hat though.
Okay.
Of a clock. Not a clock. A pen. Just look out for that. You'll know. You'll see that scene and you'll be like, oh damn, they did that. They did that pen. It's like it lasted literally like 3 seconds.
I think it'll be fun though, because I think in the end I'll watch them as like double episodes instead. So I'll just watch them back to back, each of them.
For the ones that finish with 12, yeah.
Yeah. So like I'll catch up by next week.
I mean, before we wrap up or anything, with the anime recommendations that we're getting, we just kind of pinned this up at the start. We're getting a few now.
Yeah.
How do you want to do you want to do it on the podcast where we decide what we're going to watch, or shall we just do it off the podcast? Because after next week, we'll be done with this current gauntlet.
I think we give everyone as much... Oh, so hold on. So that means the whole point is that then next week...
Next week we would review our final things. No, I don't think we watch.
Would we already start?
No, we wouldn't start because
not between this week.
Yeah,
but I'm saying next week. Is next week the week that we start the new challenge, or do we still give it another week?
I think we give it another week, because next week, as in from today till a week from now, we are watching episode 12, and you're watching 11 and 12.
And then
the week after,
do we give ourselves the chance to watch episode 13? Because I know at least one or
2 of mine have 13. Well, not anymore. Snowball, let's go.
And then one of them is a 2-core anyway.
Yeah, Shadow Demons.
Yeah. So
Demons.
It might still be another week. So at the very least, we still want to be taking recommendations this week.
Yeah, I think we that's what I wanted to say. We are still taking recs. I know we're getting a lot now. A few people have been putting comments. Someone was one or two have recommended why can't I remember? That's someone I'm forgetting so much today. It's like the Ice Ramparts thing. It's like the anime I was telling you about that I was enjoying so much about the writing and of the relationships in high school. Someone was recommending that as an option. It is really good, but I have watched it.
We need to clarify again, because I think people hear anime recommendations and then they just go for it. Yeah. But we do have criteria. It needs to be 12 episodes, and it needs to be something that neither of us have seen.
Yeah, I think those are the main 2.
I guess people don't know everything that we've seen, so it's fine to make suggestions, but there's a chance that, especially if yours is popular or something, we're not gonna...
Some people have the right idea in the comments, like they've been like recommended a bunch, like, oh yeah, he's like 5 options or whatever. Because we'll just look through it, and then I guess since we're getting a lot, we can just like get the list of options we can actually pick and then just randomize and pick one.
Yeah, is that how we want to do it? Do we want to randomize?
Yeah, like from all the options that we're getting, just write them all down if they fit the 12 episode count, and obviously we haven't seen it, a random picker, and it just picks one from them. And then that is the audience option. So next
Yeah.
week we don't need to come in with our suggestions to the other person, but the week after we will. Everyone get excited
Yep.
for the anime gauntlet round 2 reveal. Round 2? No, we shouldn't call it round 2 because seems like we're doing the same thing again. The new anime gauntlet, the fall anime gauntlet.
I guess we're calling it. I feel like challenge sounds more like
Challenge.
clickbaity.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
it's
challenge. Okay.
The next anime
The
challenge.
next anime challenge.
Yeah.
2 episodes from now.
We're really building hype.
yeah, like a
No, but does that mean, again, we got to think about this. Does that mean okay, so next episode will already be too late to leave suggestions.
as in this.
But the next episode we record,
Oh yeah.
it'll be too late for
We
people to
won't
leave
be taking-
suggestions. So that means this
This
is
the
your
last one
chance.
that you can leave suggestions. Because
Yeah.
by the time we're recording, by the time the next episode comes out, this is too much. You know what? This is the viewers and listeners do not
point
need to
is-
know this
The
information.
point is, this is your last chance to leave recommendations.
yeah, I think
12 episodes, and
we haven't seen it.
and we haven't seen it.
Best to just leave like 2 or 3, and then they'll go into the pool together with everyone else's.
I still don't know about random though, because that would then just encourage people to leave insanely long lists. I still think we could.
We can just go through the list. And
I
pick
reckon
one.
we'll go through the list, pick which ones we might want to watch, and then
Yeah.
if we can't decide, then we'll randomize those.
That's fair. That's fair. Don't know if you guys really needed to see us hash this out on the podcast at all, but if you have watched this far and listened this far, thank you so much.
And it'll be interesting to see how far the Office has come next week.
I am equally excited to see what happens with The Office, and if we will be sitting here again,
Yeah.
or if it's like not set up yet, we're just in a completely different position because this place is taken out. But yeah, thank you again, everyone. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Till next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.